Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel and another Finest Pack Breakdown video. Today we have Finest Set 2. We're going to go over all of the cards in the pack, the base round, the rare round, the collection, everything you need to know. So, if you enjoy it, find this informational, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. For more content like this, we'll go over every single Finest card in the game. We're going to debut a bunch of these too, so stay tuned for that. So, Finest Set 2. Who is in it? Well, they've been revealing a bunch of them on Twitter and Instagram. Here are the final looks of the players, and then we'll go over stats. Danny Santana of the Texas Rangers, a first baseman. We also have Mitch Garver, a catcher from the Twins, a fan vote, big-time catcher. We have Jorge Soler, of course, leading the Royals in home runs. Tim Anderson, a terrible fielding shortstop. Jeff McNeil, the GOAT, has a card. Kris Bryant, a third baseman. We have Max Muncy, a second baseman. We have Glaber Torres. You know, he's only 22, which I think is the reason why the Yankees might be losing this series. We also have Ozzie Albies, another big second baseman, and then Anthony Rendon, the third baseman. So let's go over all of the stats for these. So Danny Santana is first, and then we'll work our way up. He plays everywhere, but doesn't really play everywhere, if that makes sense. His fielding is terrible at 62. But in theory, you can play him anywhere but catcher. Of course, he's going to have common fielding. He's a pretty good hitter, though. So 97, 92, 93, 96 is his first four attributes with 76 fielding. It's not too bad. And then he's got 67 speed to boot. So a pretty versatile player. You can play him anywhere. He's not going to be great defensively, but you can put him anywhere. So Danny Santana is interesting. Mitch Garver, the catcher, also looks like a tank. He can play catcher and first base also. So that's exciting. Of course, he won the Twins fan vote. He looks disgusting from a hitting perspective. 74 contact versus righties is not great, but then 105 contact versus lefties, pretty good. 114 and 123 power as a catcher is amazing. Fielding as a catcher doesn't really matter at all, I find. The only thing that might matter is arm strength, because the blocking, just no one can block in this game anyway. So he's going to be pretty good, I think. He might be one of the better catchers in all of the game right now. Jorge Soler hit 40 home runs for the first time in Royals history, I believe, this year. Now, he's a terrible fielding outfielder, as seems to be a trend here in the first three cards. 58 fielding's not great. You can play him in left field and center field, but can you really? 69 speed is nice. He's got 93 and 89 contact. 125 power versus righties. This is where this card is going to be helpful. 125 power versus righties, 106 power versus lefties with 79 vision. I mean, he's going to rake. Just can you put up with the fielding in the outfield, the terrible fielding that is there? So obviously there's a lot of terrible fielding outfielders right now, but the hitting stats are better. So Jorge Soler could be a bench bat for most teams, but if you need an outfielder, he looks reasonable. Tim Anderson, 68 fielding. Not the best, but not bad. He's a great contact hitter. 125, 122 contact, 78, 76 power. Reminds me a lot of Tony Gwynn, just right off the bat. Obviously a worse fielder, not as good of an arm. About the same speed, though, at 82. So Tim Anderson here can also play second base and third base. The card art looks sick. But, yeah, Tim Anderson, very interesting card overall. The next card, Jeff McNeil, is the one you guys should be excited about. Left field, first base, second base, third base, right field. Pretty versatile. Can field a little bit. He's got 73 fielding, so it's only going to be bronze if you move him around. 119, 115 contact, 88 and 59 power with 119 vision. He's got that nice big PCI as you work your way up the ranks in ranked seasons and stuff like that. Yeah, he's a pretty solid all-around card. 61 speed is not the fastest, it's not the slowest. The fielding is reasonable, but not great. The contact obviously is elite. The vision is also elite. Power is not terrible at 88 versus righties. 59 power is not amazing, but this card can do it all, basically. Kris Bryant, I believe, Kris Bryant here, yeah, is the first card of the rare round. So all of those cards we just went over is the base round. They're 1-in-1 odds, so no matter what, you get those. But 1-in-4 chance you get a base round here out of Finest Set 2. Kris Bryant's the first one. Kris Bryant, 97 overall, 94 contact, 102 versus lefties. 90 and 122 versus lefties. He's going to kill lefties. Reasonable fielder. 74 speed's not bad, but he's, as far as third baseman goes, he's not the best in this pack even. So, I don't know, man. He's got some versatility, I guess. It's not amazing. Max Muncy, a second baseman, can play first and third as well. Big power bat. Big power bat. Basically just a juiced version of his All-Star Game card. From a hitting perspective, and that's just juiced from his live series. So it's just super juiced Mad Max Muncy. He's pretty good all around. 78 fielding is high, I think, for Muncy, but it's going to be a solid card there to play at second if you're not a big fan of Alomar. Next guy, Glaber Torres, another second baseman, as we've just been getting a ton of them with the postseason pack. Max Muncy, Glaber Torres, you know, he's only 22. So you got that to look forward to, Yankees fans, because next year, guess what? He's going to be 23. And then he'll be a year older than he is now because of how time works. But he's got 92, 97 contact, 109, 102 power, 96 vision. Pretty good. 74 fielding is okay. 50 speed is okay. Glaber's going to rake. That's what he does in real life. That's what he's going to do with his finest cards. So that's pretty exciting. Ozzie Albies, another second baseman here. 98 overall. He's 125 and 111 versus lefties. That's where this card is going to get you. Switch hitting option for Albies. Pretty good versus lefties. Not as good versus righties, obviously. The vision is at 112. 82 fielding. 81 arm strength. You can play him at second and short. He's got 80 speed. Ozzie Albies is going to be legit against lefties. He's not going to be as legit against righties, so maybe you platoon him. I don't really know, but versus lefties, it's almost a must-have in your lineup. The last one here, third baseman Anthony Rendon. He looks like an animal. 111, 107 contact, 93 and 106 power, 112 vision. He's one of the best third basemen in the game right now. Just straight out of the pack into the game. Elite. Fielding could be higher for Rendon, I feel like, but 81's not terrible, I guess. The reaction's probably a bit low for Rendon, too. 53 speed, also not bad. Not the best, but it'll get by. So, you collect, I believe there's a collection, as there was last week. So you go over to collections, you go legends and flashbacks, you do finest. Yeah, so at this point now, last week you collect 7, you get Kirby Yates. This week you collect 7 more, you get JT Realmuto. So this is all building towards a finest boss, basically. So last week if you collected 7, you got Yates. This week you get Realmuto if you collect 7 more, or just 14 in general, and I don't know how many there are. Let me count. So if you collect 14 of the 20, you get JT Realmuto, and he looks like an animal, man. Catcher. He's a 97 contact, 89, 99 power, 103 vision. Really good hitter, elite defender as well, 95 arm strength. Fielding doesn't really matter, but if it did, it'd be really good. 82 speed as well for catchers, elite. So he looks like a better version of Pudge almost. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video, guys. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys in the next one.